Hello there. This is Reece Russell. You're watching the Just Free Guys podcast live on the weekly Steelchair.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down.
Okay, so we are here. We have a pretty impromptu episode of the Just Three Guys podcast. So impromptu, in fact, that there's only two of us currently. But we do have some New Japan news to cover for you. So at the moment, it's just myself and Reece. How are you doing, Reece?
Bar the randomness of my internet at the minute, I'm doing all right, thank you. It's been a long day. Woke up with a splitting headache,
That's
but
good.
it seems to have passed, so we're good at least. So we're here for it. We're here for the show.
Yeah,
It'll be a good laugh.
and of course we will eventually be joined by Temple whenever he shows up, I guess.
Yeah, we will eventually. Yeah, he's got the link, so you'll know when to show when he can. I'll set up my mic and stuff. It's been a lot. See, it's like Beetlejuice. The link's already in there, mate. So all you need to do is just jump in when you've got a second. But you're good. A long day indeed, but we've got a fair bit to get through. But the good thing is for everybody, it's not AEW news. It's not WWE news. We're not talking TNA. We're not going to talk AAA. We're not going to talk Noah. We're not going to talk Stardom. We're not going to talk Marigold.
Well.
Nobody wants.
Well, there is a bit of Stardom in this. To be fair, there is.
But not full. It's not a full discussion like what we've actually got. Like our main discussion tonight is a lot of New Japan news. Actually, there is a little smidge of Stardom that ties in importantly, but it's very nice news, and it's kind of what we predicted anyway. So it feels good. But like, share, and subscribe. This is the Just Free Guys show, and I may be the host of the whole entire channel and the podcast, but when it comes to my content on this show, I like to split the control, divide and conquer, but not like say Vlad the Conqueror, not like Vlad the Conqueror, because I plan to live longer than 34. So
we've got 6 years to go before you get there.
For 5.5 now, this October. 5.5 years left in me. Yeah, we'll see if we manage it. What's up, Roy Sheen? But it's good to see everybody, of course. So you guys are all here. You're all the show.
You're not going to find it ever.
Yep.
Over to you, sir.
Okay. So the first bit of news that we have today is the announcement of the Super Junior Tag League teams.
Some guy play FC26.
As usual, we have 12 teams, 2 blocks. So A block is the teams of Ryosuke Taguchi and Dragon Dyer from Dragon Gate. We have Yo and Master Water, as we kind of assumed, given Despe's got his new tag partner from some other promotion. And now, following the events of King of Pro Wrestling, we have the combinations of the War Dogs and the unaffiliates. So we have Hiromu Takahashi teaming up with Gedo and Clark Connors teaming up with Daiki Nagai. The Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai one. The Clark Connors and Daiki Nagai one confuses me because all this time I thought that Nagai was a heavyweight.
So did I. I didn't realize he actually, unless it's just because of the frame, like it's deceptive frame. But I honestly thought the same thing.
but yeah, we have those two teams together. We then have United Empire's Templaro and Jacob Austin Young. And then we have Doki and Sho. So that's the A block. And then for the B block, we have El Desperado and Kukai. We have Tiger Mask and Yamato. Kushida and surprisingly not Kevin Knight, but Yuki Yoshikawa. We have Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita, so TMDK. Then we have the War Dogs, Taiji Ishimori and Robbie X. Well, Taiji Ishimori and Robbie X.
Yep.
And then you have House
TMDK.
of Torches. TMDK, right. And then you have House of Torches, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Dick Turgid.
We've got a good list and a good range of teams. I think the winner's coming from B block, and I think it is going to be TMDK, honestly.
So you reckon they go back to back here?
Yeah. Which doesn't happen often.
Well, at least not in the junior tag.
Yeah. Heavyweight does.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure Pokemon won it 3 years.
Yeah, they won it 3 years running. It got to the point where I was like, all right, okay. It's like it's like Takahashi every time he won the
best of Super Junior.
It's like every time like Takahashi won the Junior Cup. Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Every time he won the best Super Juniors, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Takahashi to win it."
Yeah.
And then Takahashi wins like his last 7 matches in a row and goes, "What's up, fuckers?"
Yeah.
He's on his way, Glenn. We never kicked him.
Do you think that there are any like potential surprise contenders from this tournament?
Honestly, Gado.
Oh. Simply because he's got Hirono as a partner.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can not like split focus. But I feel like he'll be prepared for it. I generally think that they'll be so good that people are not going to take them seriously. I think they'll get semi-finals.
Wow. Well, I mean, you've got to make this new super unit look strong. You got.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting at least 2 of their teams to go close to or the distance. They have to.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see the 2 teams actually face each other.
Yeah.
And then we've also
well.
It does, yeah. And then we also have the. It's weird how we've got 2 House of Torture teams this year.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume, like, my connection, I'm on a little bit of a delay right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize, everybody. I really do. I apologize. My internet is a genuine cunt today. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so how are we gonna schedule the not best of Super Junior, the Super Junior Tag League streams?
Don't know, maybe every second night we do it as a review. I don't know.
Okay.
We might need to do it like that. I thought he was doing an RVD.
If you could pick one thing to happen in this tournament, what would the thing to look out for? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I would actually hope for some form of serious betrayal.
I have arrived.
From where?
I would hope for a betrayal, honestly.
But where from, though?
I would like it to be within House of Torture.
Oh.
What?
I would like it to be a House of Torture.
What is the discussion today, guys? Sorry, I'm late. You know what it is. Work is backing.
But then, out of the two teams, which team would you expect to see that come from? Which?
Dookie and Show.
Well, while they're still the champions.
Yeah. It's the MO. It's the MO of the House of Torture. There's no loyalty there.
Are we talking about the Super Junior Tag League by any chance?
Yeah.
They are, yeah.
Oh, give me a second. I've got it all up here.
But yeah, I just think, considering how the loyalty is so split, I think it would be very cool to have it. Yeah, no worries.
I think it would be a very bold choice to have the tag champions split up whilst they're champions.
It's just a mad prediction. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think if anything did happen that's different and a bit of a shock, I would like it to be that.
I like to see some. It's nice to see some Dragon Gate people in here, like Dragon Dyer, Yamato, Yuki.
Yep. Yeah, we've got that. Yep, we've got that in spades.
Yamato and Tiger Mask is a bit.
Yeah.
It's a great pair in that. Kushida and Yuka, and then Taguchi and Dragon Dyer.
Yeah.
And then there's an oddball. I like that team of Hiromu and Gado. And then there's Clark.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Clark Connors and what's his name?
Daiki Nagata.
Yeah, Daiki Nagai. And then you got Tempalio and Jacob Austin Young. That's all right. Yeah. Because I don't think TJP. I think he's up to the heavyweight division, isn't he?
Yeah, he's bumped up.
Is Francesca Akira still injured? You'd think he'd be in the junior.
I think he is still injured.
Oh.
Yeah, Akira's still injured.
Yeah, Akira's still. And then you got obviously the champions, Doki and Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Despy and his young lion type of character guy.
Yeah.
And you got Robbie X and Big Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's champions, I think there was. And you've got the probably underdogs in this. I like this team. I think the favourites, Ishimori and Robbie X. And then you got Kanemaru and Dick Togo, which we will probably not get any points, unfortunately.
I honestly
they're going to cheat to beat someone.
Probably cheat to beat Hiromu and Gado, probably.
They're not in the same block then.
Oh, it'll be the other.
Oh, is it blocks this year, or is it just one? I thought it was one block.
It's blocks. It's blocks, yeah.
I like the old format.
What, where everyone would just wrestle each other with?
Yeah, I like the old format. It's one block, same thing with same rules, obviously, but just in one big massive block. The top two in the finals, or something like that, instead of just these separate blocks. That's just me.
No, I think it's reasonable to think that. I think the old format was actually good, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it. I think they're trying to make it more
Competitive.
competitive by having 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, what matches are you looking
I think they're
forward
trying
to?
to be very
Though?
competitive.
Well, I said that I was looking forward to the unaffiliates and the War Dogs facing each other when Connors and Nagai face Takahashi and Gedo, because I want to see how that dynamic really plays out.
Yeah. Then I'm looking forward to Robbie X, and I'm especially looking forward to Robbie X linking up again with with Eagles. So for me, it's TMDK versus the War Dogs. So that's the one I'm looking forward to most. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how well Sho and Dookie get on.
Yeah,
If in fact
that's
we'll
another
see
good
a
one.
split. I want to see them.
I'm also looking forward to seeing
Yuka, Yoshiaki, Yamato.
yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
See how they fare in the Super Junior Tingly.
Yeah.
You know what I would have done, me?
I'm also looking forward.
I would have had Taguchi and Kushida, and then do the dynamic of Dragon Dai and Yuki, because in Dragon Gate they are decouraged together. So Dragon Dai and Yuki, Yoshioka, as like Team Dragon Gate would have been well better than having Kushida, and Yuka, and then Taguchi and Dragon Dai. I would have swapped the teams around.
Yeah.
So I would have had Kushida and Taguchi together, and then Dragon Dai and Yuki together. I don't know why Kevin Knight's not in this.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm surprised that there aren't any AEW representation on this.
Yeah, but you'd think that Kushida and Kevin Knight would be teaming together, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do.
We were hoping that Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne might have partnered up in this.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Like, they would have been perfect for this tournament.
Surprised there's no Noah people in this, like Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf or something like.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. Well, I suppose Takahashi in a way counts or doesn't count. Like, depending on what you think of it, because the fact that he does go back and forth and he does obviously have a Noah title, so in a way you could say yeah, you could say Takahashi counts. Because he's not fully New Japan anymore, Takahashi. He hasn't been for a long time.
I would have liked to know a team in there, like Darga and whoever that young lion
Top everywhere.
Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane, maybe. Eater and someone.
You couldn't have Aaron Wolf in this one, though.
Who?
You said Aaron Wolf. You couldn't have him in this because it would just ruin his debut.
No, I didn't say Aaron Wolf.
It's kind of what I heard. I thought I heard something.
And also Aaron Wolf's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say Aaron Wolf. I said Alpha Wolf from Noah.
I've always said Aaron Wolf. I was like, all right, cool. Alpha Wolf wouldn't be a bad shout.
Well, like with Dragon Bane from Noah. And then you could have probably had Eater in the same block as Hiromu, tag with, I don't know, Darga or something. So there's a story there because Hiromu's facing, and he's facing Eater for the junior title in Noah.
I think Hiromu sticking with Gedo is actually okay because at least we can. I agree with Josiah. It allows to build new unaffiliate connection to the War Dogs.
Surprised Titan's not in the Super Junior Tag League. Was last year, I think. Titan.
No, that's a surprise. Yeah, and I think that's because there aren't many like War Dogs juniors.
Oh yeah, because Driller came up.
Because Driller's a heavyweight now. Yeah. And then obviously you've got Ishimori and Robbie X who are already a team.
Yeah, but in this in this Best of Super Juniors tag league, in my opinion, there's only 2 people who should go up to the heavyweight division. I think they've done everything what they can in the junior division. And that's Despi and Hirumi. Why are they in the junior division still when they could be up in the Never title or something like that? I think they're past the junior division, mate, to be fair. Why don't you just give it to the up and comers like Ishimori as like the ace? And then you have Doki, you have Sho, you have Yo, you have
but you say that, but Ishimori's also done everything that you can do in the junior division as well.
Yeah, he's not desperate.
Am I in your fucking MySpace, mate? Have you put me in
I
your
guess
MySpace,
so.
bro?
No. Bro, I'm making fucking shreddies and
But yeah, it should be an interesting tag league.
It's not a bad idea.
Yo,
And you know, one thing that I'm
and Robbie Eagles and Future and Ishimori and Robbie X probably are the favourites for me, I think.
No, that's so.
I would like Robbie X and Ishimori to win it all.
I'll do it because I don't match it like every day.
I think it would be a very, I wouldn't say a surprising win, but I think it would be an under the radar win.
Like, yeah, I bears.
What, Ishimori and Robbie X?
When it comes to some things, I've just got to be a bit.
Yeah, because you wouldn't consider them outstanding favourites.
Like, I know Cyril's Lane on it one. If it's the right.
Yeah, but I think that would be like a not a shock win, but it'd be like a surprising win.
Why do you have winning this anyway?
I've got back to back winners from my prediction.
But then you also wouldn't be surprised if they ended up winning it. There is also, I also want to see how well the United Empire boys do, because we've not really seen much of that faction lately.
None of my bar.
I think it's dead, to be fair.
A single thing.
I think we'll see back-to-back winner. I honestly think there'll be a back-to-back winner.
What, Fujita and Robbie Eagles?
Wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah. They are the best tag team in this entire tournament.
He got sponsored by that.
Yeah.
And it's not even close in my opinion.
Ishii and Robbie X are close second.
I don't think there's any genuine team.
Robbie X and
I genuinely don't see. I think they're good, but I just don't think anyone's on the level of Eagles Fujita. I just don't.
It's also and also storyline wise, it doesn't make any sense for anyone other than them to win it. Mm-hmm. Because they've already got the existing series with House of Torture going.
What about
no worries, Roy Sheen catches later. I don't think they'll do well.
And it's also important to mention that it's also important to mention in this tournament that it's just
let's be real.
It's also important to mention in this tournament that there are only 2 teams.
If you look at the tournament, there's literally about 2 teams originally, as in like proper tag teams in this tournament, and all the rest of just makeshift singles guys put together in tags.
Yeah,
pretty much. The only tag team in this tournament is Fujita and Robbie Eagles and Robbie X and Ishimori. All the rest are just makeshift teams, really. Mm-hmm. If you look at it. No, even the champions are makeshift.
I mean, I guess you could count Doki and Sho. They are both in House of Torture and they are the tag champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could go with the whole showing always feuding against each other. That could be finals.
What else should I add to this? I need to add like fucking
Bananas.
finger
Cut
princess.
up the man.
My prediction for the Best of Super Juniors this year was Yo to win, Show was champion, and there's your Wrestle Kingdom match or whatever it was. But they don't do that anymore, do they? Like G1 winners go to Wrestle Kingdom and Super Juniors go to Wrestle Kingdom. They don't do that anymore.
Nah, not anymore.
Or the World Tag League, they don't do that anymore, I don't think either. Which is weird.
Well, yeah, the one tag
I don't know why they changed the rules of
tag
the
leagues
G1
do.
for the Super Junior. Best of Super Junior. Every G1 winner has to win the title like King of Pro Wrestling. Okay.
It is becoming a thing though. Like that is like the past 2 winners have went early.
Yeah, they won early, and then who's going to be the challenger for Wrestle Kingdom? Let's put some random person in it. Something. Devalues G1 really, in my opinion, but whatever.
I'm hoping whoever wins it next year will actually say no.
Yeah, I think the person who should win it
I want
next
to
year
wait
should
until
say,
the big
"Yeah,
show."
mate, I won the G1. I'm going to Wrestle Kingdom like the original fucking plan was for the tournament." Shut up and sit down.
Yeah. It would be nice to have it be an option and not a necessity that it happens.
Yeah, like if they you give the challenger a chance, like they come out and say like, well, you have an option. Are you gonna execute the opportunity early, or do you want to wait? I'd be like, go early. Sup, well done. Good evening to you. I think it's just common sense, really. But if we're not getting it, we're not going to get it.
Surprised that Skywalker's not in this. I would love him to be in this.
No, that would have been nice.
It would have.
Skywalker. No, it's nothing to do with
Here's
Skywalker. Do you know why it's called Shun Skywalker? It was not actually called Shun Skywalker before. It was called Watanabe. But he went to excursion into Mexico and then brought the mask on. And then that's why he's called Shun. The reason why he's called Shun Skywalker is because he's the genius of the sky.
But isn't that Io Skybase?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interpretative Mexican as well. He's a Mexican version of the genius of the sky. That's where he got it from. Where do you think Io Sky got the name from? Mexico. Because Io Sky went on excursion to Mexico as well. So Shun Skywalker is the male version of the genius of the sky, and then Io Sky is the genius of the sky, the female version.
Yeah.
And every wrestler copies off each other.
Yeah, I did say it's a... That's true. Let's see if I do.
Why, what's wrong with your connection? It feels all right for mine. My connection is perfectly fine.
It keeps being... It's just a bit laggy for me for some reason. I don't know why.
That Jay Uso's hacking into your system,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's such a prick.
It's also important to note for this tournament that it's only the top scorers of A block and B block that face each other. There's no semi-final, it's just a final.
Yeah, that's what it should be like. None of this fucking bullshit. Oh, the second place versus the second place of A block faces the winners of B block, and then vice versa. So dumb. They should stop doing that in the
the way they're doing it is much better.
Anyway.
No, I mean I think it works in the G1, but for tag leagues it should just be the two best tag teams.
I think they should do it with all the tournaments. What's the point of having quarterfinals and semi-finals when you could do the quarterfinals and semi-finals, not round robin? You could do round robin style that way, but in block matches, it should be the first and second go into the final in every tournament. If you want to do quarterfinals and semi-finals, just do a bracket like the New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
You're going to see Yuka hit a fly floor better than Hiroshi Tanahashi ever did.
Yeah.
Has the World Tag League announcements participants been announced yet? No.
Not yet, no.
Don't they do the Junior Tag League and the World Tag League together though?
No, because the Junior Tag League's always before the World Tag League.
Yeah, but haven't they done it before? They've done it before together. When Bishamon won and Yo and Masawato won, I think it was. But they did it together, didn't they?
Maybe, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Okay. So there's we've got a lot of new pepper in this. I actually wanted to ask you, did you see the Kamitani news? But Saya Kamitani is going to be at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, she's defending the titles, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And I think it's nice because we were talking about how we wanted to see these titles defended more.
Yeah, I think they were watching, I think.
They must have been.
Yeah, Saya Kamitani will probably defend the titles, both of them. At Wrestle Kingdom, whom I have got someone in mind.
Yeah. I think so.
I think it will be Momo Watanabe, won't it? Because she won the Grand Prix.
Should be.
It could be, yeah.
Momo's not had a shot at Momo's not had a shot at the title yet when she just won the Grand Prix, so it might be just be Momo. What the hell? When did CMLL get another title? CMLL's Japan Women's Championship. Huh?
Yeah, it's new. It's inaugural.
The winner of it was Kazuki from Snowden.
But they've already got the men's version. CMLL already has the men's Japan Championship, so they're now going for the women's side.
I guess.
Okay.
So
we've had that. We've also had a couple of matches announced for Hiroshi Tanahashi's final homecoming show. There's a 2-match, and the first match that got announced obviously was Takeshita and Goto for the world title, but then there was also the Tsuji versus Tanahashi match, which we all thought was going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom.
It's not, is it? Which is not happening at Wrestle Kingdom, which is weird.
I thought that they were going to.
It'd be Gabe
Apparently,
Kidman.
CovalentTV says cancel your plans. It's fine because Mercedes Moné is in the building, and as she defends the female title against Persephone. You don't wonder who's going to win that. No point watching it. Mercedes is going to win. What's the point?
If CMLL are smart, CMLL can start one of the best wrestling stories in a while if they have her win.
Isn't she going to win another title? Well, hasn't she won another title since the other one? She won a stupid other
Yeah,
one.
the Body Slam one.
Yeah, she won another one, did she? She's 11 belts now, isn't she?
No, she's got 10.
She's got 11. Someone told me that she won another one.
She's only won 10.
Yeah, but somebody told me on Twitter saying that Mercedes is going to win 11th. It's like, it's getting overboard now. You need to stop doing it. It's fucking boring. She's
It's
winning.
going to lead to a great.
She's just
It's going to lead to a
to
great story.
what losing all the belts? That's original as hell, isn't it?
She loses all the belts to become AEW Women's World Champion.
Yeah, but there's so many women in that roster that's deserving more than Mercedes Moné.
Even if they are, they're still not a draw equivalent of her.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
AEW is a company that they don't really care for draws. They talk about the best wrestlers. So, yeah.
And even by then, by the best standards, Moné is still arguably like top 2 women's wrestler they have.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, she only has one equal.
The only titles she's holding right now that makes any sense is probably the TBS, probably the CMLL. No one gives a fuck about Rev Pro. No one gives a shit about the other titles. And the other titles that she has, I ain't got a clue who they are, what they are.
I would say people do care about the Rev Pro ones. The other ones I would agree on, but they do care about the Rev Pro ones.
It's just becoming a joke now, isn't it? But the Hardys are doing it, and they're a joke as well. They keep doing it. I don't know why the belt collector gimmick is dead.
People just keep insisting on the belt collector. That's the only thing. It's just the reality, really. It's not great, but it's just the way it's being done.
So that may be in a chef. I'm going to collect all the dishes from different restaurants. How boring is that?
I think it's just where we're at now, honestly. I think it's just a mad reality of collecting belts, and it will just lead to her losing them all just to get one. In a way, it will just work in that way. I don't know how it's going to unfold in full, but that seems to be the intent. I don't know. I think Josiah's frozen. Resting Freeze face.
And the people that say that Mercedes Moné doesn't have creative control, you're lying to yourselves, because she is. She obviously does have creative control, obviously. It's not hard. Most of the people in AEW do have it.
People do have it in the business bank. Is he back yet? No. I think creative control is there, but also an element of they're still picking her to win all these championships as well.
Yeah, that's creative control, isn't it?
No, creative control is like it's only creative control if you're insisting on how you win and how long you maintain it for and protecting of your character. If an organization, but the difference is if an organization themselves is actively, if Mercedes Moné is actively being requested to come in and win these championships from these other promotions, that's not creative control. That's their own request and desire. Like CMLL didn't have to put the belt on her; they chose to.
Mercedes Moné doesn't really care for the company she's winning these titles. No, it's just for her own ego.
Absolutely, it's a massive ego boost, but it's also the sense of she still, by doing all these matches anyway. Yes, it seems like a massive ego boost, but a lot of these people that maybe nobody actually knows, the people may not actually know who they are. It gives them a chance to then go out and look for them. It brings new eyes to new people. Now, I agree there's some elements where it's genuinely stupid and it's maybe not so important. but it is on an element of this is what we're being offered, and I want to see it go strongly. I want it to lead to the ultimate downfall, and I want it to be that because at least we might actually see a good AEW World Title reign from Moné if she ever gets it. That's what I'm hoping for, really. I think there's a limit of how many belts she should physically hold, and I think it's getting to the point where
I'm not call them belts, please.
I'm just gonna keep calling them whatever because it's just funny. But
belts
we're
hold
not
your
the
pants
situation.
up. Championships are championships. Belts, I
Well,
hate that
to be fair, if you say belt, you look at what Vaquer's carrying, that thing doesn't even fit anyway, and that's meant to be a championship. In elements, what I'm saying is people are still getting eyes on these talents that you've never heard of. And you might want to see them back in the States. You might want to see them in Japan on a different scale. Like, we're not getting there.
I don't care about the
Without
talents.
her.
I don't have a clue what the belts she's won. I ain't got a clue. She may as well win a 2K25 belt, the multiverse title. I know what that is. She
Let her
might have creative control to win that as well.
The difference, but this is the misconception that people have of creative control. Though creative control is the valid use of your character. Like, you want creative control. I hate the cunt, but Hulk Hogan is the definition of creative control. Like, when you think about how your character is utilized, that's creative control.
When Kenny Omega had that fucking collector's gimmick, he only had the TNA title, and he had another one, but that was just an old version of the TNA belt. That's not technically belt collecting, is it? And then he had the Triple ER belt, I think.
Technically, actually, it was because it was technically different because TNA actually counted both of them as two separate world championships. So he was the TNA World Champion, the Impact World Champion, Triple A Mega Champion, and he was, I think he was IWGP US Champion as well at some point. AEW World Champion as well.
No, it was the AEW.
The US champion at that present time was probably Moxley, Archer, or Juice Robinson at that point. Probably.
Yeah, because he won it. At Forbidden Door of Ospreay. Yeah, sorry, my bad. But it's still
he won it at Wrestle Kingdom of Ospreay.
That's what I said. Wrestle Kingdom. Bret Hart had creative control in the final 6 months of his contract.
No, you said Forbidden Doors.
Did I say Forbidden Door? Sorry. It's because that one's actually better. Bret Hart's creative control was his last 6 months of his contract, and even then, he was only about how he's used. It's not about winning matches or losing matches. It's about how he gets used to prevent him being fucked over. That's the difference between creative control and just being awarded something.
Bobby Lashley and MVP and Shelton Benjamin have creative control in AEW.
Oh, Bobby Lashley is the ultimate. If you want to look at prestige when it comes to
the feud, what's going on with Ricochet? MVP didn't want to lose to Speedball Mike Bailey in a tag match.
If you want to look at prestige of, I call it you've got the prestige of white wrestlers of the belt gimmick.
Fucked ending with that Bandito, Brodido.
The Asian belt collector gimmick of prestige was Ultimo Dragon. In terms of for the prestige of white wrestlers in the belt collector gimmick, that's Kenny Omega or Kurt Angle, because fuck Austin Aries. For the prestige of black wrestlers when it comes to the belt collector, Bobby Lashley is number one, and then it's Mercedes Moné. Bobby Lashley's belt collector gimmick absolutely tore apart everything to do with TNA Global Force. TNA and Global Force, sorry. It was just absolutely
Global Force just reminds me of another Power Rangers series. Global Force.
It's funny. They're still going.
Yeah. Are they actually?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Global Force is still going. I thought that got merged with TNA.
It's still there. They're not doing anything, but they still exist. So it's just weird. They still exist in the current era, but nothing's being done with them apparently yet. But
same with PWG. PWG still a thing, but it's not been. They're not doing any events anymore.
It's defunct.
It's not defunct, They just don't do any events anymore.
It's going to be soon. And to be fair, sadly, it's time for PWG to be defunct because nothing's happening with it anymore. Nobody really cares about it anymore.
Well, I mean, on Wikipedia it says that GFW is defunct.
Is it defunct? Because I've seen recently, because Jarrett said that they're still going. Unless he's assuming it's just the name rights.
Yeah, but he made it. It's full of shit, Jeff. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because it says it was founded on April 7th, 2014, and defunct in 2018.
Interesting. What's up, Catherine? Yeah, we're at a bit that Catherine will be very interested to talk about, because Catherine's blogs on her website kind of covers about champions and who deserves and obviously creative control. But when you do look at creative control, Brock Lesnar had creative control, but Brock Lesnar also had his dick in Vince McMahon's ass. There's another important factor of his creative control. Like, if you want to look at genuine creative control, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Sting, Bret Hart, Mercedes Moné, Bobby Lashley, Shawn Michaels, John frickin' Cena, of all people, has creative control beyond acceptable words, and Triple H, yep, because he stole Shane Douglas' entire gimmick. And then the only time I'm going to say creative control is acceptable is Raven. Raven is the only person when it comes to creative control I'm like, you know what, I'm allowing it, because everybody fucks up his character except him. Luckily, he knows how to save it.
Yeah, prayers to Raven anyway, whatever he's going through and that.
Exactly. Yeah. To the great man, we salute you. But they're all examples of creative control. But creative control, like, and Charlotte Flair and that ginger clown Becky Lynch. But
Becky.
But the thing is, there is elements where creative control is definitely in full effect, and I will not disagree with that.
Don't forget Ronda Rousey as well.
Oh, Ronda Rousey's level of creative control is embarrassingly funny. But there is, like, and CM Punk, to be fair, people are not going to think he's got creative control, but he does. There's nothing wrong with having creative control. There isn't.
Do you know what Mercedes Moné's actual CEO stands for?
Go on.
Can't elevate anything.
That would be CEA.
CEO.
Can't elevate.
Okay then. Can't elevate out. As in, like, nothing out. It's like a Manchester accent type of thing. It's a Manchester accent type of a word in it. Out. Can't even do out, can it?
I guess you just say can't elevate anyone. Can't elevate others. That would be CEO.
I think that's a bit harsh to say that she doesn't elevate anyone. But then again, these buzzwords make me laugh these days. Are you sure Sting had creative control and never felt like it? For example, he never had a long title reign. Sting had creative control. You don't need to have a long title reign to have creative control. Look at how Sting was used in TNA, for example. Yeah. And Sting was phenomenal in TNA. Genuinely.
Exactly. Can't elevate others.
Yeah. Sting was absolutely brilliant in TNA. But he was 100% creative control. I mean, you can't tell me you don't win your first Bound for Glory appearances all for the world title. You can't tell me that was not creative control.
Also, don't forget when he returned to beat Jeff Hardy for the world title.
He beat him in 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Talking about Sting, Undertaker, and all them type of characters, I don't think Undertaker, Sting, Kane, Bray Wyatt, and all them mystic characters should be a world champion, in my opinion.
I think Sting for me should have been world champion up until Super Brawl.
Them characters shouldn't really be a world champion because it's too.
I think there's elements where they can. I think there's elements where they can. I agree.
With the supernatural champions, it's like they're supposed to be booked to be unbeatable. So when they become champions, it's like, who are you going to book to take the belt off them?
Yeah, like another thing as well that's really important is Sting, when he became the Crow gimmick, his matches went from about 60 to 70 a year he was working under a WCW schedule. He went down to about 7 in his final year. His final full contract, he went down to about 7 matches a year, which is wild. But, like, there's elements to Sting that's really important. And Fernando, Sting had creative control in WCW. I mean, and even during, like, his latter years, like, everyone has it. He earned here's the thing, and I think this is really important. You can earn the right to have creative control.
There's one person's creative control that you forgot to mention.
Goldberg.
No.
What promotion?
WCW and TNA.
Oh, Jeff
WCW
Jarrett.
anti. Oh, Jarrett.
Yeah.
I mentioned Jarrett. Did I not mention Jarrett?
No.
Oh, that's funny. To be fair, I've been
Right.
just calling her. To be fair, you've been calling her Ultimo Moné Dragon for a while. That's true. I just called her Ultimo Moné from the very beginning because I was like, it's just gonna happen. Like it was just obvious. Like the minute she started collecting belts, like Ultimo Moné.
Do you want to know who's creative
She's
control
gonna
for
keep
what?
all these belts and actually
Oh.
keep and win the world title, and then that means the other talent who were in AEW can't do shit, but they've just brought out these women's tag team titles for the other women to fight over, whilst Monet brings these titles and just doesn't do anything with them, doesn't put any other women's talents over there. She's like, yes, I want all these belts, but I'm not going to put all these women over anymore. Fuck 'em. That's what I'm going to tell you, it is.
Fernando, you can thank Hogan and Bischoff for that.
Yeah.
Like-
Okay, let's creative control. Let's talk about the Rocks from last year.
Oh, The Rock's creative control is the funniest creative control you'll ever see.
Yeah. So, like, he was there for like 3 months, and he basically tried to ruin the whole of WrestleMania.
Eventually, exactly. That's what she will do, Nick. She will put them all over. And that's what you want to see. For me, it's like, I'm happy with...
She'll end up vacating all the titles that she can't defend because she can't go over there and defend them.
No, she'll go. Yeah.
I'm going to call her Mercedes Jet Lag Monet.
You know what? You know what I would love for AEW to do, and it's something that nobody's ever considered because they're on TNT.
They should do what Kurt Angle did. AEW should do what Kurt Angle had to do.
I think they should
all our
do an
belts
angle
on one show.
I actually think they should do an angle where they vacate all the titles because they're on Turner Network like they did in WCW.
Not gonna lie, that would be funny. Like that would be funny because then we can see what people think of the belts and how Mercedes reacts to just being told all your belts are taken off you. It would be funny. It would be ballsy.
And then they just have the Death Riders win all the titles.
They'll probably do a program with Chris Statlander and Marina Shafir before Mercedes takes that women's title off her. So,
although I would love to see Tony Khan try to explain to Okada why he has to give up his belt.
You've been champion for nearly 600 days, mate. We can't, like, you're just too invincible.
And then when Okada, and then when Okada asks why Takeshita doesn't have to give up the title, Tony Khan has to tell him, well, that's not my title to take from him.
Did you watch what Okada did to Takeshita? Ooh, press the wrong button.
Yeah,
he turned it off. Okada's humorous side is top class.
He's bringing out his funny humor that he had a feud with Kaito Kiyomiya, anyway. Like, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Do you remember Okada and Ospreay's on Chaos? That's what Okada now has reminded me of.
Yeah, I'm getting the same vibe. It's just too damn good. There is one other thing that he can do. If for example Tony Khan just went, we're having a complete reset because all my champions are pissing me off. It'd be so funny if Okada just comes out, bitchy-san.
Yeah.
And just clamps him with a rainmaker. It'd be worth it. Catherine will probably hate Tony Khan for that, but it'd be fucking worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, to get back to the final homecoming, what do you think's gonna go down with in particular the Tanahashi and Fuji match? Like, do you think there'll be any aftermath?
I've got a weird suspicion. I think
Fuji
versus Tanahashi.
I think Tanahashi's going to win that match, and then Fuji and Finlay are going to go into World Tag League.
So you think Fuji's going to have another short reign and it's just an unsuccessful defense on his first attempt?
I think so, yes, but it's not because of Tsuji. I think the whole reason for Tsuji winning was to get the belt off Gabe. I don't think that there's any other reason for Tsuji to have that belt.
So you think Tanahashi is going to lose the belt to someone at Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah, probably Oiwa.
I wouldn't be against Oiwa winning anything.
It will either be Oiwa or Uemura, depending on how the whole.
It's too early for it's too early for Oiwa to win anything, in my opinion. He's only a young kid. He's got give him another year.
I think he's got.
See him in the global title picture or something. Just give him some time. I don't know why people want to rush it.
I don't think it's rushing him. I actually don't think it's a bad idea to put him in that bracket. I think the rush would be. I think it's the rush if you put him in a co-main event for the global title at Wrestle Kingdom. If it's slightly before that, it would work. But because it's Tanahashi's final match, he has to be towards the end of the show.
I've actually got a weird feeling that Aaron Wolf's going to be the co-main event because that's this big debut thing.
I've got a weird suspicion. I think Aaron Wolf will make Evil tap out at Wrestle Kingdom. I think Evil's going to submit.
Into the bottom.
I think it should be Yota Tsuji and Yu Uemura probably for the global title.
And do you think that Evil? Well, we can actually get into that because it's been confirmed that Aaron Wolf's debut will be against Evil. But do you think
we're definitely I want to be. I think it's going to be. I think Evil versus Aaron Wolf, the Never Openweight title. I think Yota Tsuji is going to defend the global title against.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb and say a different one. I think you might see a shock. I'm going to say Yota versus Sanada.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Yota versus Sanada, and I'm going to go with
Takeshita. Is this Sanada still in House of Torture? Is this Sanada still in House of Torture at this point, or is he going to piss off and go somewhere else?
Oh, he'll still be House of Torture. He has to bring a belt back anyway, because Evil's going to lose all loss of power anyway. Wrestle Kingdom when he loses the Never Open belt. Once he loses that championship, there's no power left for Evil.
This is my prediction for World Tag League teams. Here we go. We got Shingo and Gabe, and we got Tsuji and David Finlay.
I don't think Gabe's going to be in it. I think the team's going to be Driller and Shingo.
Gabe, Shingo, man. Yeah, could do.
Driller's gonna have a great Wrestle Kingdom.
Driller probably will. I kind of want Driller.
But I can definitely see.
What's up, James? Good to see you, bro.
What about Driller for the TV title?
I can definitely see Tsuji in.
They need to increase the TV title matches at Wrestle Kingdom. It needs to be 20
I wouldn't mind.
minutes. Twenty minutes. 20 minutes. The Driller kill in the middle of the ring. Boom. El Phantasmo dies. His title reign is dead. Worth it. And then post match.
I'm also interested to see who's going to win the World Tag League.
I've got a special one for you.
Because I assume.
I got a fun hear me out for you. TV title. Driller Maloney was to go in and win it at Wrestle Kingdom. Post match, he gets attacked by Jake Lee.
Okay.
Fuck loyalty.
Jake Lee and fucking War Dogs.
That's the thing. It's fuck loyalty. It's just the Jake Lee program.
Yeah.
Because that man don't need anybody.
He didn't really need what's his faction in Noah called?
Team 2000X.
No, before that. Jake Lee's
That's the only.
Good looking guys.
Yeah.
good-looking guys, yeah. Jake Lee's good-looking guys, yeah. He didn't really need them either, really.
No, that's why he
He
left
didn't.
them.
I think he should walk in. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Ah, bless you, mate. It's an absolute riot here. We're all exhausted too.
Yeah.
Mate, I've watched too much wrestling this week. My fucking eyeballs are killing. My head's hurting. I was gonna record an episode of Underground this morning. I was thought, oh, I can't even be asked. I've got like one episode to record, and I've got all the episodes for October up to be uploaded. Then, so might do it tonight. I don't know, depending on how I feel. It's actually your debut. It's actually your debuts, that episode as well.
I've got the first women's show coming out this week as well.
Yeah, I have YouTube debuting. I've got Reece and Josiah debuting in the Temple. Yet to record that yet. And you're going to join my tribe.
If I don't have like either Operation Dragon or the J Driller as my finisher, then you can withdraw my representation.
I'll just give you the packet.
That's all right then. Break Skulls package style. I'll sign them up and send them Royal Mail style. First class journey to Loserville.
I've actually got merch on the game. You're just called to just two guys, but it will turn into just three guys. I'm trying to do the story because my character Sawyer's in a different tribe, and he's in Blood Warriors. I'm going to debut as just two guys, and on the same show you reunite with Sawyer, which is me obviously, and then there you go. It's just who's the third guy.
Yeah.
It's not who's the third man.
We're going to go for the Open the Underground at Triangle Gate titles, which is the Trios titles, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Sounds good for me.
And then there was the last bit of New Japan news was the fact that New Year's Dash has been confirmed for January 5th, which means that there's no Wrestle Dynasty next year.
Yeah, that is big news. Yeah, there's no Wrestle Dynasty for the day after Wrestle Kingdom. I wonder if Wrestle Dynasty is going to be later in the year, or it's a one-time event only.
I think they should stop doing all this Forbidden Door shit, me.
To be honest, I like Forbidden Door, but you know what? Actually, I don't blame you for saying that.
What matches do intrigue you from AEW in New Japan right now? What they would actually do? I don't think Tony Khan would do that. He always puts over his AEW talent over in Japan. It pisses me off.
They don't seem to
There's
understand
only two matches I want. There's only two matches that they have that I want. The problem is one of them is injured and the other is, well, we'll see what happens. But the only ones I actually care about is Kenny Omega versus Evil, and fucking the other one is David Finlay versus Jay White.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind Darby Allin versus Despy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like these are proper matches. It doesn't have to be title matches. It can just be for the love of the fucking game.
Because my issue with Forbidden Door is that specifically on the AEW side, they don't really seem to understand the concept of what a Forbidden Door should be.
Yeah, like if you want to look at a proper Forbidden Door.
The reason why I say this is because the first Forbidden Door, they went out and did all these dream matches first.
Yeah.
And then the second year, they went out and did all the dream matches again that we wanted. And then by the time the fourth year comes with Forbidden Door, you've got no freaking dream matches to do this year.
And my main issue with Forbidden Door is, if it's supposed to be a co-promoted pay-per-view, there should be no AEW matches on that card.
I agree.
It should be like It should be Yota Tsuji versus an AEW talent. It should be Yu Uemura versus an AEW talent. Ren Narita versus an AEW talent. Like
the main event. The main event of Forbidden Door every single year should be a triple threat match.
AEW champion versus IWGP champion. That's what it should be.
Versus the CMLL champion as well. Because they're part of the Forbidden Door now. It should be a triple threat every single year. And it's the same for the women.
Like, for example, whoever the champion is now, Hangman Page versus the world champion Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Gran Guerrero or something from CMLL because he's the world champion.
To be fair, you could do Fatal 4-Way because you can have Ring of Honor included.
What Bandito as well.
And if you're doing,
you could do a Ring of Honor style 4 corners to survive match. What the survival.
Wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah.
Whatever.
Just see who the best champion is. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind that at all.
Survival.
And then you do the same global champ. Then you do global champion versus the AEW Unified Champion versus
versus Okada. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would pop for that like fuck. I would mark for that like no mark before you. But like, there's something. Then you can do the TV champion versus the Ring of Honor World Television Champion versus the TNT champion.
Yeah.
Fucking solid matches right there. It's not hard. I don't know why they just screw shit up. That's Forbidden Door. Then you can have like a big massive like Team AEW versus Team New Japan like match, or Team AEW and Ring of Honor versus like you could do that. Like actually, that would be cool. You could do. I wouldn't say Survivor Series, but it's just what everyone knows it. The Survivor Series style match. AEW and Ring of Honor in one team versus Team AEW. Sorry, Team New Japan and CMLL. Yeah, and then
what about
CMLL and?
How about the War Dogs and the unaffiliate against the Dallas family in the Dogtown cage match?
I would fucking love that. That'd be perfect. Right there and then. Sorted.
I've got one.
You can have a bit of extreme
War
shit.
Dogs versus the Death Riders.
That won't work now because too many of.
I've got a story though. David Finley's
Also,
like, "Hey, why did you go over there and help the old dickheads? Aren't you a New Japan guy?" There's your story.
There are too many out there.
Then there's elements, I suppose. You could also have at that point because we don't know how his schedule's going to work, but in terms of matches,
you know what I want to see at Forbidden Door for a laugh? Dick Togo versus Orange Cassidy.
I'd like to see
Dick Togo, Orange Cassidy in the main event
on
of Forbidden Door. Why not about that one?
I would like to see just for 5 minutes Samoa Joe beat the shit out of Great O'Khan.
Orange Cassidy versus Dick Togo in the main event.
I would have said, and then also how Shibata teach Ren Narita how to be his man.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Master versus student. That I would like that. I think there's so many. But here's the funny thing: we could literally book. We could on our own. We could book a Forbidden Door of our own, and it's just matches. But we could easily book 10 matches if we're doing like a realistic card. Well, they'll probably do 14.
Yeah, I'd also like.
The House of Black was in AEW. I wanted a Forbidden Door of the House of Black versus the House of Torture match.
That's what I hoped for. But remember, Tony Khan for some reason hates evil.
Yeah, I would also like to see Moxley finally. I'd also like to see Moxley finally just destroy Showtime.
Who wouldn't want to not see that? It'd be absolutely perfect. Actually, I just thought of another one that would be really cool. I spoke about Okada versus Yota Tsuji. I would honestly love to see Yuya Uemura versus Kenny Omega. Even though I said Kenny versus Evil, that match would be great for me. I think Kenny versus Yuya would be a lot more interesting.
What about this one? Claudio
Tony
Castagnoli. What about this
Tony-
one? Claudio Castagnoli versus Bolton Oleg.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would not be against that. There is actually one other match we need to see. This should be either the opener or the main event. Tony Khan versus Evil
Red Shoes.
in a dog collar match. Dog collar lumberjack match.
Cocaine on a pole, Matt.
And it's just the
So
house.
just have Evil Ragdoll Tony Khan around.
Oh yeah. Tony Khan versus Evil in a lumberjack dog collar match, and the lumberjacks are House of Torture wearing a Tony Khan is gonna die shirt.
Why not? Why not have Red Shoes versus Rensberg?
Just Red Shoes. I would pop for that. Just see Red Shoe kick his ass.
Do you know Red
But no,
Shoes?
it has to be more beneficial. These
I'm interested
Yeah.
to see who would you have Will Ospreay?
Francesco Akira, probably. I like that one. Passing of the torch type.
that or an old. Yeah, that or like it'd be nice to see him link up with if he's not the champion at the time. I suppose you could go for the hat trick, Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the hat trick, because they are tied at one apiece. I don't know.
Samoa Joe
Maybe.
versus Ishii. Just two big pit
Wonder who
balls
you-
kicking the shit out of each other.
Red Shoes versus Aubrey Edwards steel cage. Aubrey Edwards getting brutalized in a steel cage. I would absolutely support that. I think, see,
Yeah,
for a
the
veteran
knockout-
perspective, this one. Yeah.
The Knockout
See,
Brothers.
for a veteran match. Knockout Brothers versus FTR.
Mm.
See, for a veteran
And then you
match,
get-
just a little bit of old school, I would like to
Bald
see.
head.
I would like to see just on that level, it'd be just a good laugh. 1-on-1 at Forbidden Door. I would honestly put Shelton Benjamin versus Mystical.
Alright. What about Orange Cassidy and Toriano?
Ugh.
I mean, I would just send Orange Cassidy to Triple S so you can get out wrestled by
Mr. Iguana.
yeah,
Everyone.
Mr. Iguana. I mean, everyone out wrestles him, but yeah, absolutely.
Have you touched
See-
on the? Have you touched on? I know this is a New Japan stream, but has anyone touched on the old fucking Braun Breaker turning on Seth Rollins program yet? Or what?
We did that.
Yeah,
on
we did that on.
the Raw.
Yeah, we did that on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a bit too soon, though, isn't it? Don't you?
Yeah, we did that the other.
Do you think Seth Rollins is
Oh, it's
fucking
definitely too
injured, or
soon.
is he gonna do another heist of the century? Because when I was watching Raw, before Raw, he had a sling, but when he was doing segments,
If
of
they're
Raw, he didn't have the
doing-
sling.
Yeah,
No, he's
see, this
actually-
is the thing. See if he is doing that. Yeah, I think
And
he's
if,
injured. But if they were trying that whole thing
and if
again,
his injury is this freaking important or it's that bad, WWE would have addressed this online, saying, "Oh, Seth Rollins is injured, so and so and so and so," but they didn't. Seth Rollins had a sling before Raw.
they
Went on
have
to Raw
said-
and did segments. He didn't have the sling, but he was holding his hand on his chest, type of thing. And I was like, "This is a bit iffy, this mate."
they have said though that the world title fate will be decided for Saturday night's main event. They'll decide it for that event though. Whether that's going to be, I don't know.
He's gonna pull another heist at Century, isn't he?
I don't.
If
think
he
so.
does, then if they do something stupid like that, then WWE are again proving why they're not the best wrestling company in the world, or should never be considered for the best wrestling company.
I
in the
just
world.
think the turn's a bit too soon. I don't care if the injury is on. The group's not been established enough, and I don't care if they've been together just 6 months. 6 months is not enough for me.
No, I agree,
stable needs to be the stable needs to be established a bit more than just 6 months.
It needs at least 9 to 12. It needs at least 9 to 12. They're just stupid. Wait, whoa, what's this? Just take. Oh, that's just the Rich Holland thing. No one cares about him. He's clueless.
Yeah, he injured Big E. That's what
It is a bit releasing him without paying him much while he's injured.
It is. I think he's an unsafe worker, but I think what they're doing is very disgusting. The fact that he's injured, he was past his he was past dates for somebody. His contract expired when he was doing the TNA dates when he did get injured. So he's got like 6 months, no guaranteed money to recover. And I'm like, mate, you should have money saved because you're loaded. If you've not got any money saved, that's your fault.
Mm.
But it definitely is a rush. And the only person who doesn't benefit of all this is Braun Breaker.
I think it's too soon. The stable's not been established enough for us to care anymore. Plus, when they was doing the whole angle, it was the same matches every week, but switched around. Like it was
Exactly.
the Usos versus the Breakers and the Bronsons, and then it got switched over to CM Punk versus Bronson Reed, Roman versus Bronson, and then another match switched around.
And then Braun Breaker just spearing everybody in sight.
In my opinion, the vision shouldn't have even started. Braun Breaker doesn't need no one. Maybe he needs a mouthpiece. He doesn't even need a mouthpiece, though, in my opinion. He should just go on his own and just destroy every fucker. Everyone. Braun Breaker doesn't need anyone, but I get why they did it. And apparently the War Games match is up in air now, which they don't know what to do for War Games. And if it's like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns coming back together as the Shield and CM Punk
then I won't be watching.
Breaker, Bronson Reed, and some other people like Drew McIntyre or something. And then apparently Austin Theory is apparently joining the War Games match. Brock Lesnar apparently.
Mm-hmm. Cena as well.
Roman, Punk. Sami Zayn, don't know about him though.
Yeah, it's just so incredibly lazy. Like it's just incredibly lazy from WWE. Yeah. Braun Breaker should beat Brock Lesnar clean at Mania.
Yeah,
I think it'll be Lesnar Gunther, but I can see
why
Brock
you're
saying
that. Said he wants to retire and he wants someone like Gunther to put over or something. But in my opinion,
I don't know.
A young talent.
Remember Maria. Remember Maria. If you watched our most recent show, though, beating Brock Lesnar, though, it's not feasible. It's not. It doesn't work apparently. I'll never get that out of my system or my head. That is horrible takes. Oh, I don't tend to, but yeah. Back to the whole. It's just straight to New Year's Dash, no Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah. And that, I think that's a definitely.
Well, there won't it?
Probably not.
Yeah. And I think that's a damning indictment on this whole partnership as a whole.
I agree.
The fact that after 1 year,
I think
they've decided that not doing it.
Are you worried that maybe they're afraid of another Charlton incident?
Maybe. But then to that I say don't.
I don't think I don't think he did anything wrong. Let's be honest. A lot of people were getting so many people were bitching about Chris Charlton. I'm like, the guy did nothing wrong. He said so many truthful things about the whole, and then it was good that he done it, because you want a commentator that actually has a bit of balls. Because otherwise, what's the point of having a commentator who doesn't speak
and I would
funny
say,
thing, the same people. I was just going to say the same people that are about Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, And I would say, if you are worried about another situation like that, maybe don't put yourselves out in a way that gives that perception of it.
Absolutely.
It's probably just going to end up like that Kevin Kelly situation with Dalton Castle, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is so bad. Yeah, that's incredibly bad. That he won't recover from that. He won't recover.
No. Because if he was going to recover from that, New Japan probably would support him back.
Yeah, and AEW would have brought him back as well, because he won't want to work in AEW as well.
I want to see some way, somehow. Yeah, I would like to. I know he does Maple Leaf Wrestling, and he actually does it really well. But I would like to see Mauro Ranallo either in New Japan or in AEW as a main commentator. I think pro wrestling as a major organization misses someone like Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's so good to listen to. He's that good that someone as shit as Jinder Mahal got good commentary from Mauro Ranallo. But that says a lot. He's that.
Was it Maple Leaf Wrestling, whatever it's called?
He's in Maple Leaf Wrestling. Yeah, he's the lead commentator. Yeah.
I actually do like Mauro and freaking Don Callis on commentary together. I think they're really good together, them two.
I agree. Don Callis is
really good.
Don Callis is incredibly underrated on commentary. Did you watch the Chris Jericho versus Okada match when they were both in New Japan together for the world title? I think it was after Dominion. I think it was. Okada,
was it the US title or something?
No, it was for the world title. World title match, yeah. Okada versus Jericho, and Okada beat him. And Okada on commentary is literally getting slaughtered by Don Callis, because Don Callis, Jericho came in when Okada was ruling New Japan. He still rules this corporation, but he came in, had a bigger and more respected match against Kenny Omega, and everybody talks about Kenny versus Jericho. No one talks about Okada, but they're talking about Okada tonight because he's up against one of the greatest of all time. It is a phenomenal call by Don Callis. If you get a chance, really watch that match. It is on Daily Motion. It's so good, but the commentary is even better because Kevin Kelly and Don Callis absolutely tear them apart.
Yeah,
so good.
That's pretty much the only place Don Callis is useful on commentary.
I like him as a manager, but when he's on comms, it's so good. Him and Bryan Danielson together on Dynamite is so funny.
Yeah.
What else have we got to talk about, big man, or is that us? What else have we got?
I think that's pretty much it, really.
Right, do you think it's going to win the Super Tag League then, guys? Any predictions?
I'm sticking with... so not the juniors. Are you talking about the juniors or the heavyweights?
The juniors, obviously. Because I don't know what...
Juniors. I'm going to stick with Eagles and Fujita.
Fuji.
Yeah.
Maria's asked an interesting question. She's asked... That's what we'll do for the rest of the show. We'll go about another 15, 20 minutes answering questions, folks. But Maria's asked, did Jericho help or hurt AEW?
Well, it technically helped it to actually grow it. Because it wasn't because AEW wouldn't be.
I'd say the first 3 years, Jericho definitely helped AEW. But after he dropped the Painmaker gimmick, he started to cause a bit of a problem.
Well, am I the only one who liked the learning tree gimmick?
You are the only one that liked the learning tree.
I liked it. I don't know why. It just made me laugh. I just loved it. Hi, guys. Bye, guys.
I feel like with Chris Jericho,
I think
he initially helped them get into the door, get all the TV deals and all that stuff. But then he also kind of overstayed his welcome.
You got to give Jericho some credit, though, because he gets a gimmick, he ends a gimmick, and he makes a new gimmick, and then he ends that gimmick, and he brings up another new gimmick.
For me, the perfect time for Jericho, really, for the first 3 years of AEW was absolutely phenomenal. For me, the best time for him to get out was when Punk was coming in full time. I think year 3, Jericho was still big, but I think if Jericho allowed Danielson, Adam Cole, and CM Punk all to come in, establish themselves the way they did, I think Jericho at that point could have just went, you know what, I don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah,
I've
he
already
has
done
been
my
teaching
part. I can just
stuff on his Instagram. He's kind of always posting WWE matches on his Instagram. So you might see Jericho in the Rumble.
I think he will be. And if he does, then that's his decision. There is one thing I don't like people saying about Jericho is like people have now said that Jericho is because he keeps doing all these gimmicks, he's no longer in the GOAT conversation. Or he's not like the master of reinvention. People keep saying he's not that anymore. It's like he is. Because Jericho can
reinvent a gimmick and
anything.
he ends that gimmick and he makes a new gimmick. So he's technically Maria's right. Yeah, he is the master of the.
Yeah, but people keep saying he's not, and I'm like, how can you not say he is? Because Jericho has done more for wrestling than most of your professional wrestling favorites, and I can say that
Jericho's in my top 10 of all time.
Oh, Jericho's in the top 10 for me. You could easily say top 5.
Yeah, he's I'd go Shawn, Undertaker, Brett, Angle, Jericho is my top 5 of all time.
It's not a bad shout. Honestly, that is not a bad shout, and that's if you just include non-Japanese wrestlers. If you do it that way, or non-Asian talent, you just did like North America, etc., which includes Canada, which obviously Canadians need to remember. Like, you could absolutely include that. I would maybe say there's others in there that you could maybe put a shout in, but Jericho for me is in the top 5, and it's because Jericho can do everything that your favorite wrestler claims to do. Jericho can do that with ease. You put Jericho,
probably Steamboat, Benoit. Yeah, I'm going to say his name online because he's a good wrestler. For fuck's sake, Eddie Guerrero.
You can say his name. It's just that there's some people that come in the chat that glaze the fuck out, and I'm like, just not today.
You can say his name, but he's not going to appear.
Yeah, he is one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. That's hands down.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 of best wrestlers of all time. He's in my top 10 anyway. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
I grew up with watching that guy, and it's one of my.
I think if you just say wrestler, like you exclude the promo side, you just talk about the wrestling side of it. Benoit isn't top 10. Benoit isn't top 5. Benoit's top 3. If you just talk wrestler, if you just talk purely as a wrestler, Chris Benoit is actually in the top 3 greatest professional wrestlers of all time. And I will stand by that take. If it's just purely just a wrestler.
All you've got to do is separate the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why, even though I think he's an absolute disgusting, horrible, pathetic rat, and I would love to throw acid in his face, a certain Marty Scurll is still one of the best junior wrestlers I've ever seen, up until he betrayed me. Because what he did betrayed me as a fan.
Marty Scurll didn't do anything wrong.
He did.
Yeah, but the age of consent over age 16, innit? So he didn't really do anything wrong, did he?
I'm not talking about this. That's the problem.
Yeah, the age of consent over age 16, so Marty Scurll didn't really do anything. If it was in America, then you get done, wouldn't it?
Well, lawfully,
it's
no.
Still frowned. Mm-hmm. Fernando, that is true. That is sadly true that we never got. Well, technically, we did get Jericho versus Bret Hart, but we never got it the way we should have done. We have had Bret Hart versus Jericho before in a tag match, but we never had the two of the 5 greatest Canadian wrestlers of all time. We should have had that as a single. We should have had Bret versus Jericho in WCW properly, but oh well.
Didn't we got Jericho and Steamboat, didn't we? But that's when Steamboat was a bit older.
Oh yeah. WrestleMania 25, and again
we even got Steamboat and CM Punk in Ring of Honor as well, didn't we?
Such an amazing match.
I watched that a couple of days ago. That match on Daily Motion. Steamboat and Punk.
Still better than both.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys and for everyone in the chat. Who is for you the greatest pure babyface and who is the greatest pure heel? For me, greatest pure babyface is Ricky Steamboat. It's between him and Tanahashi, but I think Steamboat is just more of that ilk. And then pure heel. Honestly, I'm going to say isn't a wrestler. Yeah, I was going to say between him and Bobby Heenan. Yeah.
I was going to say Vince or Hulk Hogan personally.
Hulk's definitely the greatest to be in the ring. Maria says the Crippler or Bryan Danielson. Oh.
Benoit in his prime.
Well, to be fair,
I think that I would have to say Benoit because most of Bryan, it's really under the radar.
Pretty much Bryan Danielson's offense is technically
Bryan's offense is Benoit.
Yeah. The best baby
I
face
think
of
if
all
you
time.
really want to,
I don't know about that one. Best
for me,
baby
it's
face of
for
all
me,
time.
for me, it's Steamboat or Tanahashi, but I would have to lean towards Steamboat. I just find the way Steamboat carried himself as a babyface, and he could have turned heel to become a world champion on multiple occasions, but he chose
I've got
not
one.
to.
Many people
He thought he'd be betraying the crowd.
I've got a good baby face back in the day. And it's not WWF either, it's WCW.
Pure babyface, so I mean, like, never turned heel.
DDP.
DDP
Never
was a
turned
great
heel
babyface,
in
but I think he was a better
WCW.
heel.
DDP was
Yeah, he did.
amazing babyface. When it comes to heels,
DDP was a great heel in '99 when he. Yeah, DDP was a heel when he lost the belt to Sting, when he regained the belt from Sting on the same episode, and he was a heel when he won the title in the Fatal 4-Way with Savage as the referee. Late '99, he was a heel.
You could also throw.
He was a great heel.
the greatest heel wrestler, in my opinion, would be, if it's not him, then Roddy Piper.
Heel wrestler is interesting.
Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper. Heels, as in like the best heels. I'd go with Piper, me.
I've got 3.
I'm just glad no one said Triple H.
That's what I was gonna worry about. I'd say probably Piper.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to managers, there's only one, and that's Bobby Heenan.
Bobby Heenan's the greatest manager of all time for me.
I've got 3 for heels. I'd say
Rick
Ed. I would say Ed, Randy Orton, or Evil.
What about Ric Flair?
Ric Flair as a heel was before my time, so I can't really.
I've got 2 best heels in my generation. When I was watching wrestling as a kid, I'd go Roddy Piper and Jake the Snake Roberts. That's my.
I've got some heels from. So for me in the '90s, like, to be fair, my favorite ever wrestler, to be fair, was a heel when I was born. He was a heel, and that is Bret Hart. But in terms of like other great heels that actually stand out from, so for me, like, first I watched it in '99 onwards, like, another one that really needs to be given great context for being a heel. Kurt Angle is one of the absolute best heels you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm. I like Piper. I like Pillman as a heel.
Pillman was a great heel. Pillman was a great heel. Yeah.
Jake Roberts. Rick Rude. I like Rick Rude when he was a heel.
Bobby Roode's one of the best heels I've ever seen.
Bobby Roode, yeah, definitely. Would you say Bully Ray?
2012. I would never say Bully Ray.
I think that
I like baby faces. So the Goose again. I'm trying to think the best baby face in my era. Probably, I don't know.
To be fair, Tetsuya Naito was a phenomenal heel. Chris Jericho is in my top 5 heels of all time, though. Jericho as a heel was like unmatched behavior.
In my era, Shawn Michaels was
Andre the
more
Giant
of a
was
heel
in.
than a babyface, honest.
Hey,
Shawn Michaels.
To be fair, in your era, he was too busy. He was too busy losing his smile to my goat.
And then Shawn Michaels will probably, yeah, Shawn Michaels is still my goat. So like, what about Rey Mysterio as a
To
babyface?
be fair,
Steamboat babyface.
yeah,
Sting babyface.
Sting, yeah. Like I would definitely
Ultimate
put.
Warrior.
I would definitely say Rey Mysterio. Ultimate Warrior, yeah. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior, I agree with.
If you want to go rock, if you want to go into
I
the
think-
80s, you could say Dusty Rhodes.
Ted DiBiase is another great heel. Mr.
Dusty
Perfect,
Rhodes,
another
big
favorite of
face.
mine.
Steve
Magnum
Austin.
TA. Steve Austin, I think, is an even greater heel than babyface, even though he had a mega babyface reaction.
You know, when I was a kid,
Same
I
with
was
The Rock.
never a Steve Austin or The Rock fan. Don't know why. Just didn't really intrigue me whatsoever.
I loved them both. I was more a Rock fan, but I love watching them both. Taker's a better heel than a babyface. Ministry Taker is one of the best character iterations I've ever seen.
Ministry
Yeah,
Taker, Biggie Taker.
I wonder where Evil's getting that.
Yeah.
Evil probably.
Evil's right up there.
I think Evil.
I mean,
I said it. That's what I said the other day. Like Evil for me, honestly, is an iteration of Crow Sting and Ministry Darkness Undertaker mixed into one. That's what he reminds me of. Both of them combined. What about Kevin Sullivan? I mean, Kevin Sullivan is the biggest heel of 2007.
Mate, Kevin Sullivan's a heel right now.
What about Jeff Jarrett?
Jeff Jarrett is a great heel.
Yeah.
Incredibly great heel. Underrated. See if he hadn't been for drugs, Jeff Hardy's Immortal run would have been one of the best heel runs of all time if it hadn't been for drugs. Like no debate for me. Because that was a genius character from him.
Who do you think's the greatest babyface of this generation now, currently now? Oh yeah, Raven's ECW heel. I'd go with that one as well.
Raven and ECW is a national treasure for you Americans. You guys don't know what you had until it was over. And I stand by.
Who do you think's the best heel now in wrestling?
The best heel now in wrestling? Just see for a laugh. For me, it's still Christian Cage.
Yeah. But Christian's much, but he's not even a heel anymore.
I know, that's what makes it funnier.
I've got two, but I've got
what
two.
About,
I don't.
What about
you could arguably say Zack Sabre Jr.
I'd say Drew McIntyre or Dom.
To be fair, Drew McIntyre is too busy bitching about things than being relevant, which is annoying because I like Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre is not really a heel.
MJF is the best. Maria says MJF is the best heel in wrestling for her at the minute. Not a bad shout. I mean,
Dominic Mysterio.
In retrospect, it's not. Is he a heel or is he a tweener?
I think he should have been I think that WrestleMania moment, he should have just been turned into a massive babyface, in my opinion, when he won the Intercontinental title and the crowd went absolutely ballistic.
I'm trying to think. It depends. Would you say that Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are still heels if they turn face?
I think
I said Bron Breakker's a tweener. Bron Breakker's a tweener, me.
Well, Bron Breakker's a tweener. But Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Would you say that he turned face if he's still a heel?
I think he's still a heel.
Okay, so Rollins.
I think he's still a heel.
He's the best babyface then in the
I think Ozawa's becoming the biggest face in the business. Sorry, Catherine, but it's Hangman Page. Like Moxley's still one of the best heels in wrestling, even if you don't like his style. I refuse to include Cody Rhodes in any conversation. So
Cody Rhodes is a bum.
he's the biggest fraud in wrestling. I don't care if that hurts or upsets people.
Well, it's going to upset one person in particular.
I think baby faces.
I'll tell you what is true.
I think when Takeshita becomes a babyface, I think that discussion just goes out of the water when he becomes a babyface. Oh my dear Lord! When that happens, it's going to be gold.
I think we're missing one.
The baby faces right now, I'd say Sami Zayn, because everyone.
I think Santana. I think Santana's a more popular babyface because Sami Zayn's been getting boos recently on SmackDown. I think Santana's more of a bigger babyface than him.
I think when Takeshita becomes babyface after this whole card.
Would you say Santana's a bigger babyface because he beat Trick Williams, or because?
I think it's for the full 18 months that he's had. Generally, he has not been booed once. He's been getting incredible babyface reactions.
The greatest babyface at the moment is it's old Galante in Americano. Joking. He is a massive babyface.
You know who actually Darby Allin's out there. We are missing one person though that we haven't thought of yet.
Chris Statlander.
Timeless Tony Storm.
I don't really know about her.
She's definitely. She is a sexual deviant that's a full-on babyface, and you know it with Tony. It has to be, surely. It has to be Tony Storm.
Just going back to heels for a minute, would you consider Dark State as good heel?
Yeah. Fernando says, I think Javon Evans has a chance to be one of the best babyface ever. What? That big bouncy castle? Come on.
Yeah. Okay, and there's another good heel would be.
I mean, that is, to be fair, that's your opinion.
Trick Williams, just forgot. Do you think he's a babyface or a heel, or do you think he's a betweener now?
I think he's just shit. I think he's shit.
I think he's a betweener.
You know, they're
because
actually
the crowd
funny.
Obviously, the chances we whoop that trick or whatever he is, and then they boo him as well, don't we?
There is actually one name that we said earlier on that is actually really funny. But to be fair, he was a fun heel, but he ruined it for himself. But an even bigger babyface, even though pro wrestling is finished with him. Jeff Hardy is still one of the biggest babyfaces going.
Yeah.
He always gets a massive babyface reaction, Jeff Hardy. That guy could literally kill someone and he would still get a babyface reaction.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, people talking about, Jey Uso's so over. Like, when they talk about Jey Uso being so over, I'm like, no, Jeff Hardy is more over than Jey Uso.
What about Roman Reigns? For as much as you don't like him, he is very over.
To be fair, Maria, I did say Timeless Tony Storm. To be fair, Maria. So.
What about Jey Uso? He's over.
He's not over. His song is.
No.
He's just a word merchant.
It's just me. Day one, it's just me, Reece. Like it all look like Josiah, yeah.
LA Knight and Jey Uso are the same person except one's Samoan.
And one's actually held multiple world titles longer than the other.
Yeah.
It's just sheer entertainment.
No, I'd rather not LA Knight, mate.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going 1 hour, 45 minutes, pure gold. And I think we are going to wrap there. But the good news for you is we are back tomorrow. Well, I am. But the lads are back with me this weekend. Because we are going to we'll do preview and prediction stream for Wrestle Dream, which we'll do Saturday.
I'm busy Thursday, so if you want me Thursdays, you can go do one.
I know you're busy Thursday, but I'll be doing the AEW review tomorrow. So we do 3 hours of that. Will be fun. But yeah, that's tomorrow. The AEW Dynamite and Collision.
When's the next watch along? I might join you.
I don't know. I've got no idea.
Shall we do Wrestle Dream watch along? Oh, well.
Have there even been any matches announced for that show?
For Wrestle Dream?
No, for Dynamite.
Yeah. I'll tell you the card now.
Yeah, there is actually some matches advertised for that.
So the card is tonight's Dynamite and Collision, because it's a 3-hour version of Dynamite and Collision tonight, right? So it's Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express against Mark Davis, Hechicelo and Josh Alexander in a trios match. We've got an AEW World Trios Championship. The Ops taking on LFI with Hangman Page at commentary. We've got
TV.
We've got Tony Storm and Chris Statlander, famous last words before Wrestle Dream. We've got a sit-down face-to-face with Darby and Mox. We've got a tag team match with Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Death Riders of Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. We've got one-on-one match between Roderick Strong and Claudio. Sky Blue versus Jamie Hayter. And then we've got a tag match of Hurt Syndicate, Shelton and Bobby Lashley versus the Gates of Agony. 3-hour special.
3-hour special, 1 women's match. Catherine will be delighted.
2.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
1 women's match. Why are they keep doing that? More women's matches on Dynamite, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, we need to see it at least 3 matches on Dynamite for women.
You know what? I'm surprised. Where is the AEW World Tag Team Championships announcements of who's going to win the titles? Is there a tournament? Who's going to fight for these titles? When's it going to happen? When the titles got introduced, they should have just there's a tournament. There's a tournament. This is where the finals are going to be, but there's no fucking announcement on when they're going to do this.
They are a bit slow for that.
Where's this announcement, Tygan, of the World Tag Team titles for the women? Absolutely nowhere.
It'll appear somewhere, hopefully. But, ladies and gentlemen, as it reaches 9:56 on UK time on this dark, cold, positive Wednesday evening, we hope you enjoy the 3-hour special tonight of AEW Dynamite and Collision. I'll be back tomorrow, then all of us will be here at the weekend, just 3 guys, previews, Wrestle Dream, and then in the meantime, we bid you good night. Thank you, Maria. You've all been phenomenal. You've all been great. We're just 3 guys, and you can peacefully hit the subscribe and fuck off. Good night, folks. We'll see you later.
Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Clear out.
Excuse the language. You're all awesome. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.